Jay Williams. And Jay, this city home to the eighth wonder of the world, the Astrodome. We'll see on the floor who stands out tonight.
I don't know about that, Ed. I may have to disagree with you on that. The eighth wonder of the world is the Red Rowdies. Let's get loud. Let's represent. Houston Rockets, what time is it?
They are certainly impressive. Let's do this in Houston. Jay, Rockets in the West, Celtics in the East. Where do these teams stand right now?
The Houston Rockets are championship ready right now. The Boston Celtics are still 1 year away. You get Kyrie Irving back, you get Gordon Hayward back. With the youth development that we've seen from the likes of Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is turning into one of the best two-way guards in the NBA. His name will be associated with the likes of a Paul George or Jimmy Butler. He is that talented. With that development and Jason Tatum and Al Horford and Terry Rozier, this team is well on their way.
Have to remember Tatum, Brown, both third overall picks in back-to-back seasons, both entering the NBA at the age of 19. Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Cashes in for two.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Here comes the screen. Lays it up and in.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Harden. Over to the right side. To P.J. Tucker from long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Irving with the basketball. His team up by one. Nothing going here on that drive. To Irving. Curling inside. Clint Capella sends it away. Rockets have the ball. Rocking the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
To Irving. To Anthony. Slam dunk.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Brown with it up top. Down three. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Jaylen Brown at the line for two shots. A career 65% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Deep right corner. Harden. Deep left corner. Cruises inside for two.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Kyrie across the timeline. They're down three. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Irving. From the outside, no good. Anthony. To Harden. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. Kyrie with the rock. Kyrie Irving, 2 of 4 now. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Aaron Baines powers it through. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. And now Houston has the basketball. Paul. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Irving. To Marcus Morris.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Paul into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Celtics have it. He throws it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Nene to Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the three.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Got it.
4-2.
That ends the first quarter. The Rockets with the lead. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Rozier with it. Margins 8. Rozier rocking the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Paul. To P.J. Tucker. And counted at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Carmelo Anthony pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here comes the screen. P.J. Tucker rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Layup goes down. Well done.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Clint Capella.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Number 13, James Harden.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Houston with the basketball. James Harden. He's 2 for 2 now. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
To Rozier. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Paul into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Anthony to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
A pass taken away by the Celtics. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Terry Rozier at the line. Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip.
Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Jason Tatum. Huge block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Nice finish at the rim.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year, averaged around 16 a game, the lowest total of his 15-year career.
Wow. Good. Off a spin.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Paul with it up top. His team leads it by 10. To Anthony. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Looking to make something happen. Gets a look. Can't hit. Now Paul with the basketball. Lead is 12. Ooh, Chris Paul. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Nothing going here on that drive. And a pass stolen by Boston. It was right there. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Jason Tatum has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. First half comes to an end. It's been all Rockets.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Lets it fly from long range. They need something to go down. It's no good. To P.J. Tucker. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Irving to Horford. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward to Irving. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Carmelo grabs the rebound. Harden with it up top. The lead is 15. To Paul. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. That one out of bounds off a Rocket. to Hayward. Kyrie Irving lines it up for two, and Harden takes in the rebound. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Kyrie lets it go. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down big. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Paul. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Paul across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. And the rebound taken by Brown. To Irving. Wide open look, won't go. To Paul. Tucker. Paul. That's good D. Shot no good. Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Off the mark at the line. Knight into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Turns and slams it down.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Gordon with it. He'll run the offense. A lot of contact. No whistle. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Shot from the lane won't go. Knight into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Anthony. The drive right to the basket. Al Horford with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And the rebound taken down by Houston. Anthony. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Capella to Anthony. Capella. That out of his range and no good. Tough make through traffic.
Good shot, man.
Straight on 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Rockets way out in front. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Count the basket inside.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Irving brings the ball up court to Marcus Morris. To the rim, lays it up and in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Rozier rocking the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Shot won't go. Nene to Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. To Rivers. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Celtics have it. To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie scores from the post.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Harden to Capella. Clint Capella. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Hayward. To Irving. Not that time. Nene to Capella. Nice pass to get things going.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Probing the defense. To Rivers. Baseline drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Marcus Morris. Hayward. To Irving. Curling inside. He gets it.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
To Marcus Morris. Hayward. Short jumper won't fall. And count the basket inside. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
Fantastic.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Count the basket at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Goes to the right side. Anthony to Harden. For three. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Rockets in control of the basketball. To Capella. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you gotta be you.
And score. Strong take.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is...
How about that? A three at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
Post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were solid in today's victory. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. The Celtics just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Houston Rockets were able to stretch the defense because of how effectively they were scoring from long range. The opposition couldn't make the necessary adjustments and now have to settle with a loss.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Houston Rockets. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.